Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Satanic Panic Podcast, the podcast where we talk about everything and anything that makes its way out of production hell. I am Neon Maddie. I'm a Neon Devil VTuber, and I'm joined here with.
My name is Zombie Sleeping. I am a horror VTuber and failed final girl.
Woohoo! And today our topic is Weapons, which was directed by Zach Kreger in 2025. This movie features a chapter style question mark in which it goes into the mystery of a bunch of children fleeing from their elementary school at the precise time of like 3:07 a.m. Where are all these children going? What happened? Why does that lady's lipstick look like that? Why did this movie have an ad campaign that included Fortnite? We're gonna talk about it
Wait,
all.
wait, what? Did this have a wait?
Yes,
Did this
it
have a
did.
Fortnite? I didn't know that.
It had a Fortnite ad campaign and it was so confusing and weird. I remember like seeing it on Discord. Because you know how like Discord has those like little things where like you can like play like a trailer to get those little the gem things so you can like use things or in exchange for paid items on Discord.
Sure.
I I
Yeah.
saw that and I clicked it and I was like, "Oh, this looks interesting." And then all of a sudden it like had like spliced like Fortnite like gameplay in there and I was like scratching my head. I'm like, "Is this movie going to include something about Fortnite?"
I feel like I would have. I would have remembered if I'd seen Fortnite anywhere. No, it doesn't.
No, Fortnite was not included at
No,
all, so
it's,
I feel like
it's
they were just like throwing a red herring just for the thrill, I guess.
that's really funny.
Right? But all I want to say before we get into this, I feel like schlocky horror is so back and I'm so excited.
Oh
I
my
feel like this
god.
movie was so stupid,
Mm-hmm.
fun, and like scary at the same time. I feel like it didn't pull its like scary or horror punches, even though it was still funny at times. It was. What did you think about it? With like the different tones and stuff.
Okay, so at first I was confused because I didn't expect it to be funny. I was
Hmm.
I kind of purposely stayed away from a lot of the like any spoilers and a lot of the marketing for
Yeah.
the movie because I my intention was to go see it in theaters. That didn't happen. But
Yeah. Same.
I was really thrown off when it started
Hmm.
getting funny at points because I was like, "Wait, what?"
I feel like I kind of had like a little bit of like a sampler of what to expect for Weapons because I had watched not Malignant. Damn. It was another movie that Zach Kreger directed and it had like the grandma running through the underground tunnels and she just had like her big old boobies like swinging everywhere and it
Are you
was
talking
like an
about
absurd.
Barbarian?
Yes, it was Barbarian, thank you. She had her the big old boobies swinging everywhere, and it was like a crazy, absurd mess, and but it was still kind of scary. So I feel like I kind of had like an idea of kind of what to expect for this movie, but like it still surprised me on like how ominous a lot of like these scenes were. Um, Especially with starting with the first chapter, which follows Justine, the teacher of the class that all of the students had disappeared from. The first chapter kind of follows through her perspective. And she also is clueless on what's happening. But
Mm-hmm.
there was a really cool moment I felt in her chapter where she kind of goes to there's one student who remained from that class, and his name is Alex. She goes to Alex's house to kind of try to investigate and try to like piecemeal some mystery together and or some of the mystery together, I should say. And there's like the shot of like both of Alex's parents. She like peels back, or she's able to like see through these like windows that are like pasted over with newspaper and a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
Um, and she just sees like them like sitting straight up, upright, rigid, like just looking like straight onward into the camera, and that
No,
scared the bejesus out
that
of
was
me.
really, really creepy. Like Alex's
Right?
parents in general were just really creepy and off-putting.
Yeah, they were. Like even as we like get to know them a little bit more towards the end of the movie, like they still everything that goes on with them was like so ominous and foreboding,
Mm-hmm.
which I
Very,
think is
very strange.
yeah. Um and Trying to think. What did you think of the first chapter? Or is there anything that stuck out to you from the first chapter, really, with
Uh,
Justine?
I'm kind of scared to say because I don't know how this is going to be received. I
Hmm.
hate Justine. I think Justine is so annoying.
I think I was
I
kind of
really
rooting for
don't like
her.
her.
Why don't you like her? Like, did you find her like whiny, or I think you said annoying?
I think that she's really annoying. I think that she's like, and this is like to the benefit of the movie. I'm gonna like
Hmm.
preface this with she's very realistic. I just think
Yeah.
in a very realistic way, I don't like her. I think that she's very
We would not be
selfish.
friends.
I think
Yeah.
that it's really fucked up that she texts an ex that she assumes is in a relationship with someone before he clarifies that they're not, and knows
Yeah.
that he's sober and tries to get him drunk. I think that she just does a lot of fucked shit.
Yeah, I didn't really pick up on that. It's funny you mentioned that. Thought that she was like a little weird for like reaching out to her ex, who actually has like a chapter later on in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I thought it was weird that she like reached out to him. I think knowing that the ex had like a new relationship at the time, I thought
Yeah.
that was really weird. But I forgot, or I didn't pick up on that she was like trying to like coerce him back into drinking. Weird behavior. Just weird.
Extremely weird behavior. Like because like
Mm.
I'm assuming she knows he's sober
She would
because
have to.
that seems to be a lot of the reason he came out there. We find out later that he didn't have great intentions either. But
Yeah.
a lot of the advice he's giving her like kind of upfront is pretty solid still, even if his intentions weren't great. He was like, "Hey, you're doing a lot of self-destructive shit and like we both know that like drinking doesn't help."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Well, fuck up your sobriety to sleep with me though." I don't like her.
But what if I'm
Also,
sad?
Also, the only reason like any of her following Alex around is okay is because she's right. If she were wrong,
Yeah.
this would be really fucking creepy.
That is true. Yeah, like there are some points in the like in her chapter where she's like following and like breaking into like his backyard and stuff. I'm like, I would feel really creeped out if I knew like my teacher was like coming into my backyard and house and following me around.
Dude,
Even if there's like the big mystery happening, or I don't know. It feels a little weird.
it's just oh god, like Marcus is I think is her boss's name, the principal. Like kind of lays it
Yes.
out at the beginning like she's just thinking about her. She's not really thinking about Alex. The only
Mhm.
reason that it is framed differently is because we know that she's right.
Right.
But from everybody else's perspective around her, she's being really creepy, really selfish, and also everyone thinks that she's partially responsible. So stay the fuck away from that kid. You look
Right?
really bad right now.
Yeah, exactly. Like the optics do not look good for this right now, girl. Like
Like in
I
your
don't
very easily marked car that someone vandalized that everybody knows is
Yeah.
your car, parked out front of the one kid who didn't get like snatched or like run out of his house at 217. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like
Mhm.
that doesn't look great.
It doesn't. I forgot it was 217. Rats. I thought it was
I have
3.
the wiki up. I'm cheating. I have the wiki. I would have assumed it
Damn,
was
I
like
should have looked
3
that up.
because 3 is the witching hour.
Right? That's why I thought it would be 3, but it's okay. It was 267.
6 7 7 minutes after an hour mark.
Oh, dude. If this movie was a prophecy, they knew it would happen.
You know what? By the time this episode comes out, that joke's really gonna be out of date.
It's gonna age the episode, so people are gonna know when this was
We're
recorded.
recording in January.
No, it's recorded yesterday. It's fine.
We recorded this a day before it came out.
Yeah, exactly. Um, but going back to the principal, Marcus, I thought it was really cool that he seemed like really like laid back and relaxed. I feel like in a lot of media, I feel like the principal is kind of like depicted as like the bad guy, or
Mm-hmm.
either like negligent, or they're like a hard ass. So it's kind of, I feel like, refreshing to see like a guy who was like, hey man, that's not in your best interest. Like, let's think of the
Yeah.
kids. Come on. Like, we gotta be better about this.
I think genuinely, I think Marcus might have been the only good person in this movie. Marcus and Alex's parents might have been the only two good people in this.
Yeah, and look what happened to him.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the interesting thing too about it, like how nobody is really like a good person.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it was interesting, like watching everybody, like kind of. It was like interesting Animal Planet style to like watch everyone like interact with each other.
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
I agree. I totally agree. I've been holding in like that Justine thing. I was like, I have to like talk about this when we record this.
You
Like
were
the
turning red. You're
entire
like,
time. No, she irritated the hell out of me. There were like so many times where I was like, get away from that little boy.
stop being weird. Why,
God.
why are you being strange? Like, I was kind of rooting for her because, I feel like that has to like weigh on your conscience, right? Of like a bunch
Right.
of kids disappearing from your classroom. So I'm like, I wanted her to like have that moment, right? Where she was able to like be vindicted. But like, I don't know, man. There was like some moments where I was kind of like, ugh.
Mm-mm. Like,
This
I
makes
get
me
it.
feel weird.
And like that's the grace that you have to get her, right? Because she's going through like something unimaginable
Right.
that would send anybody back into into their like addiction and stuff like that. That would send anybody into relapse. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And
Like
you can't really
17
be
kids from your class, only yours.
yeah, and, like, it's all, like, kids that you recognize, and they're just all gone. I feel like
Yeah.
you wouldn't be thinking in your right mind.
No, no, and you definitely wouldn't have. But fuck off.
Yeah. Exactly. And speaking of not being in your right mind, the next chapter that follows is Archer, a dad who, lost one of his kids in said classroom, and it's funny because one thing that this movie does like really interestingly is they like replay like a certain scene or a certain scenario from like different perspectives
Mm-hmm.
of different characters that like like the chapters, you know what I mean. um so I thought it was really interesting in Justine's chapter. There's the big PTA meeting, right?
Yeah.
Where like these parents are like, hey, like what the hell happened to all of our kids? And like one person like stands up in the crowd and is like, we need it. That person, that teacher needs to be fucking fired.
We need to
And,
kill
like,
her.
we
Burn
need to
her at
kill
the stake.
her. Exactly. And then that teacher or that person who ends up yelling during that conference ends up being Archer, who the next chapter
Mm-hmm.
is about. And I thought it was so interesting how, like, in his chapter, he seems like rational but upset when he's like exclaiming about
Yeah.
Justine needing to be fired. I thought that was so cool.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. Like, I think it is really interesting how they do redo certain scenes a little
Hmm.
bit because everybody's biased towards themselves and their own
Yeah.
perspective.
Hmm.
So that is really I like that. I do like that. I got like a little exhausted with the chapter format like later in the movie,
Yeah.
but I do like that aspect of it.
I thought it was nice for like the structure, but I feel like I don't know, right around when we like went into like the homeless guy, I was kind of like, all right,
Yeah.
dude, did he
I
really
was
need
like,
to
yeah.
we didn't need to hear all that from him. We could have trimmed the fat on that like really
Yeah,
easily.
I completely agree. That's around the
Um
point that I started getting kind of tired. I was like, do we this guy?
I think I
90% of this isn't
actually
relevant.
right. Like, oh, I'm supposed to feel bad for you. And oh my god, that reminds me in that homeless guy's chapter when he like stabs the needle into oh god, what's the ex's name? Hold on.
Paul?
Into Paul's face. Oh my god, that like grossed me out.
Yeah, I'm not good with
Ugh.
needle stuff. Needle stuff
Mm-mm.
bad.
I'm like, it typically doesn't really bother me so much, but like, I don't know, a dirty needle in someone's face. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't do needles. I'm like that like one scene from Saw like fucks me up with the needle pit. Like I don't like needles.
Oh, I don't blame you there. That was icky.
Icky.
Isn't there
Gross.
like some like Silent Hill or Resident Evil where you like shoot up with like dirty needles, or is it like an
I think
Outlast
I
thing?
think that's the That's an Outlast thing. No, like that's like the first one because James will just put whatever the fuck in his body. He doesn't care.
Fuck a wee ball. I'm a horror protagonist. I could do
He's
whatever.
like, my wife
Like
is dead.
Justine.
What's the worst thing that could happen to me here?
If I die, I die. Fucking wee ball.
My wife is dead, and I'm peeping the horrors. Like this dirty needle is not shit to me.
Yummy.
Mm-mm. I think it's funny they reference that in Silent Hill 3.
Yeah.
Because Heather like looks at a dirty needle. She was like, "No way."
You know what? Good for you, girl. It's
Good
time.
for
Thank
you.
God she stood up. Good for you. Hell yeah. Let's hear it out for her.
God, I kind of
What did
like
you?
Archer. I
You don't.
like Archer, but I don't like. I
Yeah.
I feel more sympathetic for Archer than I do Justine because that's like he lost his kid. It frames
Yes.
him really sympathetically from the jump. But
Mhm.
again, he's like another thing where like this behavior is only excusable because he's right.
Yeah, like if the cards didn't like fall like how they did, then he would probably look really
He
crazy
would
too.
look insane. I don't think he should have vandalized her car. That was fucked up.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
insane.
But I think really feels like a some teenager like bullshit. Like I'm gonna go
Yeah.
tag your car. So it's weird for you as a father to do that.
Yeah, for sure. Also, him like going and harassing that other parent who also lost their kid, and then
Yeah.
like parking outside their car to wait for the emotionally weak father to get in and harass him instead.
Like, man, come on. We can't be doing.
He's like, you gotta lay off, man.
Again, I didn't really think about that. Like how outside of like the context of like what's happening, like this would be really strange.
It
Or it's
would be
only okay.
insane.
Yeah. Mhm. That's a really good point. I didn't think about that. Um but one thing from the Archer chapter that like really surprised me was the I don't know if it got you too, and I don't know how you are particularly about jump scares, but there was one jump scare where he's Archer is like laying in his son's bed
Mm,
and he like sees like that vision of like Aunt Gladys with like her eyes like
yeah.
wide like flared open and there's like the lightning strike where like the lightning like flashes on her face. That actually scared the fuck out of me.
No, that was pretty bad. That got me. You
I
want
was
to
like,
know what?
ugh.
Do you know what the scariest scene was for me? We get it really early though.
Hmm.
In Justine's chapter, the scene where
Mhm.
the door opens and then Alex's mom
Yes!
like stumbles out. That
Yeah!
scared the shit out of me because that's my
I'm thinking
worst
about that.
nightmare. I think this movie does a really good, like, it's really
Mhm.
good with like real kind of deep seated anxiety because
Yeah.
that's the scariest thing to be looking out your window and see some shit like that. That's like my biggest fear every time I look out the window is that I'm gonna
Yeah,
see
that's so
something
real.
crazy like that.
I used to oh my god. That kinda reminds me of, after I had first watched Halloween for the first time,
Mm-hmm.
I was staying over at, like, a friend's house, and I remember I looked out her window, and she kind of, like, had like, in the, like, street across from her, there was, like, an alleyway, like, full of, like 2 hedges and, like, a what like, fences, and I really thought I was gonna see Michael Myers just stanced up out there, and I'm like, "Oh god, we're gonna die."
No, and I
They
like
played it
it.
really yeah.
I like it when they play on fears like that because like that's an everyday like you look out the window at night you think you're gonna see a face.
Yeah, it's like an instinctual kind of thing, or
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like the fear of the unknown. But like, oh yeah, and that reminds me too of like when Justine falls asleep in her car and that person like is outside the window of her car. That scared me.
Yeah, Alex's mom, and then you like it stumbles away out of frame, and you're like, oh, okay, and then you hear the car door open.
Yes, I was
Oh, I was like, oh my god, wake up!
thinking about that gives me goosebumps like right now.
It freaked me out. I
I
hated not
hated
being
that.
able to see like because I was like, did she get in the back? Did she get in the like? Where did she get in the car?
Yeah, where is she right now? That was framed so cool.
No, that's a really good shot. That's a good scene.
And that's so funny because that like same scene is like the same movie that has like the crazy ass chase scene that we see at the end of the movie. They're both the same movie, and it's so
It's
funny to me.
it's really it gives you whiplash, I think. It's
I
really,
kinda
really
like it. It's
crazy.
fun. I feel like there was some interview where someone it was like a very famous director said that a lot of Marvel movies kind of felt like roller coasters, but like in
Mhm.
a derogatory way. I kind of feel like this Weapons or Zach Kreger movies are like roller coasters, but like in a good way. Because I feel like you like get like shifted every which way. You go in a loop de loop, and like different like emotional tones and everything. Like you don't
Yeah.
know what to expect. And I feel like that's so fun.
Yeah, I can see that. I could definitely see that. Because it's really hard to tell when it's going to start shifting into the silly and when it's gonna, like, double down.
Yeah. When it's gonna like log in and be like, actually, guys, this is serious.
Like, actually, she's fucked.
Yeah. We gotta take this seriously. We gotta lock in right now.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, oh, you know what that reminds me of? I think we were talking about are going back to that Aunt Gladys jump scare. What do you think of Aunt Gladys's design? Like, do you like it or how do you feel about it?
I think if I were still alive, I would be Aunt Gladys right now. I like it. I like the way Aunt Gladys looks a lot.
I do too. I feel like there's something like weird, like that's totally someone like you could see it like a family reunion
Yeah,
and be like, "Hey, is
literally.
she okay?"
Like,
Like
I have an Aunt Gladys. I know that woman personally. Like, she's exhausting to be around, but she's fun.
exactly. Oh, everyone died and I'm just alone. It's like, "All right, Aunt Gladys."
I just love this house.
It's wow, it's so beautiful here. I'm
Hello,
hungry.
detective. I love Aunt Gladys.
I love and like it's cool how like her messy makeup kind of makes her feel like otherworldly, like an alien. Like or what is that phenomenon called where like someone looks like vaguely human but not?
Oh, like Uncanny Valley.
Yes, she kind of has uncanny valley with like how high like her baby bangs are, her like
Mhm.
smeared lipstick and like sometimes her like glasses kind of like you can't really like look into her eyes sometimes fully.
Yeah.
I feel like she kind of has uncanny valley and I think that's so cool.
I think that she looks because they're very like a big part of Aunt Gladys's character is that she's sick. And I do
Yeah.
know that like when people like go like get to a certain age, like it's harder for them to put on makeup and it's harder like and it's like so you get that kind of like
Yeah.
messy application, but they're still trying to be human. Like they're just still
Mhm.
trying to like live their lives and everything. Aunt Gladys feels like she's trying to imitate that.
Yes. Like she's a skinwalker almost.
Yeah, like she's trying to come like she's very obviously trying to come off as this like defenseless sick old woman.
Yeah. And that's a good point because I feel like she's like always like wearing like very bright colors. I feel like we
Yeah.
don't really see her in anything dark until like what, maybe like uh Alex's chapter, like the very final chapter, we like kind of see her like actually like
And her frock.
her yes. Her like ant frock.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I really like her. I think she's really cool looking.
I think she's really cool. I think it's I like a lot of this movie, I kind of feel like it's an interesting like shift into like lighthearted mixed with horror. It's like a cool
Mhm.
juxtaposition. I feel like it like plays with. It's like a sweet and sour kind of thing to me.
Yeah, because she is genuinely some of the scariest parts of this movie. Like she has
Oh
some of like
yeah.
the most intense jump scares like in like I think his name's James, the drug addict.
Yes.
Like seeing her off in the distance in the woods, that's fucking
Oh my
scary.
god.
Um
Yes.
the bed thing, her in the ceiling in Justine's
Oh.
chapter. But also like then you see her and she has these really funny scenes where she's like where she's rambling on like this woman you know.
Exactly. She's so like real. Like we all have an Aunt Gladys.
We
Like
do. I'm gonna end up
And
being Aunt Gladys.
no, you're not. I can't
Yes.
let you do that. I can't
Yes, I
let you.
am.
No.
I know this to be
Hello,
true.
officers.
Detectives, so good to see you again.
I'm scared. God, she's here.
It's like she's in the room with us.
Trying to think if there's anything else of note that happened in Archer's chapter.
Oh, well,
Not that I can.
that's where we see that's like where we see Marcus freak out and try to kill Justine.
Oh, I thought.
It
Oh
happens
yeah,
like
I
right at
guess
the
you're
end of
right.
that, and then they cut away to like a different chapter.
They're like, anyway, moving on with the plot.
Yeah, like this.
Man, how like they made Marcus's face look was so scary.
Oh my
I like
god.
I don't know about you, but I have like a fear of like too wide open eyes. They like freak me out. Like there's like a scene at the
Really?
end of yes. At the scene or at the end of Bong Joon-ho's Parasite, there's like a scene of like a guy like moving up from the basement in the darkness and like all you can see is like the white of his eyes with like his tiny little like irises and that scares the hell out of me and I don't know why. It like really freaks me out.
I think there's something. I think it's like that uncanny valley thing again, like you'd said. Like I think there's just
Mhm.
something. I think like we recognize it as like a fear response to have like really big eyes like that. So like we're recognizing that it's out of character for something to just be looking at us like that.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's a predator thing.
Maybe. I wonder if that's why like Aunt Gladys is kind of scary because like she looks like unassuming, like you would think that she would be like prey, but then she has like those moments where she like locks in, like we were talking about, so she becomes like more of a predator. What do you think about that? Strokes my chin.
Maybe. I think that's definitely part of it. She's very unassuming.
Hmm.
But like I don't know. I feel like even when she's being super unassuming, there's like this really like detectable like malice to her
Yeah,
voice.
it does kind of always feel like she's holding something back, like all the
Mhm.
time, which is very interesting, but like kind of scary at the same time. Because, oh yeah, there's that moment where she goes into talk to Marcus, the principal,
Yeah.
because Marcus wants to have a meeting with his Alex's parents, which like, you know what? Good for you and your instincts, Mr. Marcus. I feel
Yeah.
like you were very astute in being like, "Hey, I think something is wrong." Um, but it was really interesting watching Gladys interact with Marcus through that scene. Um, because like we mentioned, like she like has like this like it's like a thinly veiled like threat almost where it's like, "Oh, like Alex's parents like asked me to come." And then Marcus like keeps on like trying to like press her and be like, "Well, I really like to talk to his parents and see what's
Yeah.
going on." And she's like, "Well, they're sick, so they asked me to be here. Is that not good enough?" Or I thought that was really interesting to watch like the ping pong back and forth.
Who lodged the complaint? Like that one kind of gave me chills because it's like ugh.
she's she's on the hunt. She's like, "Let me know who I need to let me know who I need to go after next."
Because that's such a tough situation to be in, especially from Marcus's perspective. I've never worked in
Yeah.
like the school sector or anything, but I've had
Mhm.
positions where it's like I've been in similar situations where it's like, well, I can't really tell you.
Right? Yeah. That's a where like you're trying to like protect I don't know, like the other side, the other party,
Yeah.
and people are like trying to like press and like find more information and you're like,
Mm,
I'm not at liberty to say that." Um oh god, the parasite guy is still looking at me. I have to close that tab.
Maddie sent a picture of like the guy from. Do you want to explain that?
So I was telling Zombie about how Parasite, that was a Korean film. There's like a scary scene where someone, like a character, like walks up from the basement and it's like very dark. and you like see him like rise into frame of like the camera, and you just like see like the whites of his eyes like ascending from the stairs, and that like still scares me. And so I
Yeah.
sent a picture of that to Zombie to show her, and I had the picture just staring at me on my other
You gotta get
monitor.
rid of that.
I'm like, close it. It's demonic energy. I can't have that over
It's really bad.
here. um, but anyway, moving right along. We go. I think we're now on chapter 3. The Paul, the police officer
Mhm.
who sleeps with Justine. Um, it's so funny. We're like jumping a little bit ahead early about like the homeless addict James,
Yeah.
and I think between those two chapters it was really interesting to see, kind of like we talked about earlier, how like the person, um I guess like the narrator, or like like the perspective of the person of the chapter,
Yeah.
it like changes how the scenes play out, because there's one scene where Paul is chasing down James, and Paul kind of like, does he like hit James with his like police car, or
No, no,
does
no,
he
he doesn't
tackle
hit
him?
him. He tackles him.
Okay. He like tackles him, and then Paul like points his finger in like James's face like, "Hey, don't be doing that. I'm cool, you be cool." But in James's perspective, it looks like Paul like beats the hell out of him.
Yeah.
What, I wonder what like is the true story, or do you think it's like something in the middle?
I think it's
Or
something in the middle. That's typically where the
mhm,
truth in these types of things lie. I don't think
yeah.
that Paul was as agreeable and kind as he viewed himself to be. But also,
Yeah.
I don't think he just beat the shit out of James either.
Yeah, I don't think that's entirely within his character to do. Not that like Paul is like not that I think that like Paul is like necessarily a good guy.
No, Paul's a dirty cop.
Um
Paul's fucked.
but I don't think he's like a violent guy. I just don't think he's like
I don't know,
the
he punched
best
the
guy.
shit out of James. He decked that dude right in the jaw. And it's
Yeah,
like
you're
on the
right.
one hand, like you got stuck with a heroin needle. You can't punch
Oh,
people when you're a police. You can't punch people when you're a police officer like that.
yeah, even if they're gonna puncture your face with a needle. Even if they deserve it.
Like,
You can't be
because on
doing
the one
that.
hand, like, yeah, that was fucked up, and James did him super dirty because he was asking him like, "Hey, do you have anything in your pockets that's gonna stick me?" And he kept saying no.
Liar. Liar,
But
liar, plans
also,
for hire.
you can't knock a dude out.
You can't rock somebody's shit.
No, you can't. And
That's not okay.
at first I thought like, oh God, is Paul a recovering heroin addict? Is that why he freaked out like that?
Oh, yeah.
But I don't think
I
he
didn't think about
is.
that.
I don't think he
I
is
don't
because he didn't react that way when he got stuck with the needles in the face. Like he seemed to just kind of
yeah.
tank that one, so I don't know.
I wonder, I thought that he was more like concerned with like having like HIV or like some other kind of
Yeah,
like transferable disease.
and I agree. I think that's what it ended up being. It's just that
Mhm.
initially I thought like because he was really freaking out. He was shaking and everything, which is fair. That's
Yeah.
a fair reaction to getting stuck with
Oh
a
yeah.
heroin needle. But it's
Mhm.
also like I thought that that's why he like he punched him and why he was like having a panic attack in his car because I was like, oh God, did he just accidentally relapse into his hair like a heroin addiction?
Oh,
I don't
that
think
would
that's the
have been
case though.
really interesting.
That's
I
what I
don't
thought.
think
Yeah,
so
that's what I
though.
thought was going on.
I mean, I guess it kind of that would have made sense with like his other addiction that he was like going through, right? I
Yeah,
feel
I
like
guess so. Like if you already have like an addictive personality and you have a problem with something, it could like lead. I see like yeah, that's fair.
that could have been like a natural in the story. I feel like that could have been like a natural progression,
Mm-hmm.
or like it wouldn't have been that outside of the norm. So that makes sense. Like looking back at it, like I can see why you would think that. Um, trying to think. Oh, you know what else I forgot about from
Hmm.
Justine's chapter? When Paul's girlfriend like runs up on her in the gas station. That's I was
Starts
like
beating the shit out of her.
I'm like, "You know what? You go, girl.
I was scared. I thought that it was like a mom or something at first. You know what I mean? I thought it was like one of the parents.
Yeah,
And then she was
me
like, "Did you fuck him?"
too.
And I was like, this is about Paul.
Girl, you got to get out of there.
She's about to fucking kill you.
But I thought it was like framed really cool because I remember, didn't like the girlfriend, like you can like see her like walk into the gas station in
Yeah.
the background. I love shit like that. I think that's so cool. When I feel like there's another movie that I was thinking about putting on our list to talk about, It Follows. I don't
Mm.
know if you've seen that,
Mm-mm.
but the premise of that movie is like there's a monster that's like always walking towards you, never changing pace, but like it's always following you, and it could like change like body or shape, but like there's someone always chasing you to kill you, right?
Okay.
So there would be many scenes where like the characters are just like talking, like trying to like figure out like how they're gonna handle this, and you just like see someone like walking like way like in the background of the frame, like walking towards the camera.
Oh
And I
shit.
think it's so cool, and the soundtrack is really cool. But I really think like framing like that in movies is so interesting when like you can like see something like just out of focus and you don't think it's important until like that same like character keeps like moving into frame. So like your own like instinct in your brain is to be like, "Hey, I think that's I think that's a
Eh.
problem."
Like,
And you're like, "Hey, you might want to pay attention to that thing."
yeah, because I like you see her go into frame and everything, and at first you're like, is she following her? No, she's
Yeah,
following
exactly.
her.
Mhm. She's being pursued.
Yeah. I mean,
Hmm.
that's not entirely Justine's fault because, or like, Paul did tell her that they were on a break and he lied about it.
Yeah.
So that's
That was
that's not
some
entirely Justine's fault. Justine
come on,
also did
Paul.
call him out there thinking that they were together though, so she probably had the intention to try and persuade him to cheat on his wife, I assume.
Ugh.
So it's like you didn't by a technicality.
Once again, not everybody everybody in this movie sucks except for Alex,
Except for Alex, and he's
and he's a
8.
kid.
And he's 8.
Hi, I'm Alex. I'm 8.
I'm 8 years old.
Oh, I'm thinking about Alex's chapter
I
already, and I'm getting
know.
sad.
No, we can't. We're not there yet. We're not yet. We're not there yet.
We're not here there. We're not here there. We're not there yet.
Oh, something about Archer's chapter that I
Yeah.
want to say that I thought was
Mhm.
genuinely very funny is when he wakes up from the dream and he goes, "What the fuck?"
Oh, yeah.
It's such
I
a
thought
real
that was so
response to a dream. Like I've woken up from nightmares and been like, "What the fuck?"
that's so real. I forgot about that. That was so funny.
Because it's such a human like, "Fuck, man,
Dude, what the fuck was that?
what was that for?"
Was it didn't he also have like a dream of didn't it end up being like Alex's house and there was like the gun over top of it? Is that that same chapter
Yeah,
with Archer? I feel like
yeah.
there was like a lot of like things that were like unnecessarily cryptic, but I guess it's supposed to be a dream, so I guess that makes sense.
I don't like the gun over the house.
Yeah, cuz
Very
I don't know.
heavy-handed. Very heavy-handed.
Yeah.
Don't think you
Ooh,
needed it.
weapon. Ooh.
I think that like a lot of people kind of analyze this movie to be about like like shootings and stuff like that, which I think is a
Yeah.
fair analysis of it. The gun's pretty heavy-handed and I think that contributes to a lot of people's perception of that movie because that's not necessarily how like that's not necessarily the reading I took to it.
I
I think people saw the gun and went, "Oh yeah."
gun shoot. This makes sense.
I thought that the message of the movie and like the meaning and the theming was pretty obvious without the giant gun over the house.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that like, the dream, like particular dream, was a little bit. I kind of bogged it down, like the movie
Yeah.
down. I feel like the the message of the movie could have been told without the inclusion of that. I feel like it kind of
Yeah.
like dumbed it down a little bit.
Yeah, that's how I felt. I was like, "Oh, we're just giving it to me?"
Right. I feel like, hey, quick sidebar. I feel like that's a problem in like a lot of movies nowadays. And I think,
Mhm.
I don't know if we talked about this during our last episode, but have you heard of the second screen, like the second screen writing or I like adaptation that Netflix is like putting out now? Or like the second screen philosophy? Have you heard about that?
Yes, I have, where you have to have your script to be, like, dumbed down enough to where if people are working
Yes.
on their phone, they can still understand what's going on. Yep, I have heard of that.
Exactly.
I think that's
I
dumb as
think
shit.
I think it's so stupid. I
I
like
think that it's really insulting to filmmaking, and I think that it is. I'm really disappointed that that's a real philosophy that is being pushed onto writers, and I think that the industry needs to do better, and think you need to get your shit together.
I agree. And I think it's also insulting to the people who like want to consume that stuff and they don't want
Yeah.
to like be subjected to, all right guys, here's what we need to do in the plot. All right guys, here's what we need to do. And it's like, all right, hey, am I going crazy or did you just say the same thing to me twice? Or like, hey, I think this movie is about like violence in school and you're going to show me like a big old gun to
Big old
like,
gun over the house. It's like, oh, okay.
okay, I guess
So
this
you
is
think I'm
the
a dumbass?
this is the meaning that you want me to derive from this movie. Okay, got it. You're gonna like blare it like neon lights into my eyeball. Got it. Cool.
Yeah, I got really really annoyed by the gun over the house. I really didn't like it.
I think I remember when I was watching the movie, I like rolled my eyes. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
right. I think we need to let more people drown. I think if people I genuinely do. I think that people can't keep up with the media.
Yeah.
I think that we should just start letting them drown because movies are supposed to be like kind of easy mode on consuming media already. Like the hard mode is supposed
Yeah.
to be like consuming like classic literature and stuff like that. We just need to start letting people drown.
Yeah. If you're gonna be on your phone and not know what's going on, that's your you know? I kind of miss though when like a lot of where I feel like going on a little bit of a tangent,
No,
but it's our
it's
podcast.
fine. I'm fine with
um
it.
But I feel like I miss when movies were confusing and weird.
Yeah, right?
And they like that's actually with one of the movies we're gonna like talk about, or I have on my list to talk about Mother. I feel like that
Mm.
was kind of like that where it you can tell like if you watch the movie, you can like kind of garner your own interpretation of what's happening because it's like pretty subtle, but not at the same time if you're paying attention. But I remember like people when that movie came out, Mother, they were like, "What is this? This is crazy," because something crazy happens in the movie. And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Hey, can we not like think critically about like art or why I think it's okay for art and movies and literature to be challenging and to talk about like scary topics
Yeah.
or to be kind of hard to digest and you have to like think about it for a couple days. Like I think isn't that like a popular meme too of like when people go see a movie and their like whole entire personality changes for like a week after?
Yeah.
How like how are we supposed to do that if the movie is so like watered down like bean water? Like I
I
don't have
know.
anything to like absorb into my personality. You know what I mean?
I think I get it because it's like I think it's also okay for things to not have a literal meaning too. I think it's okay for people
Yeah.
to have like multiple interpretations of something. Um
Yeah.
Also a big part of filmmaking that we used to have on physical media discs and everything were director's commentary tracks where they
Yes.
explain the movie to you.
I thought that was so I miss that.
I do too. Because we had an option for people who didn't want to like sit and think about it for themselves. The director would explain it to you, but also people are so uninterested in listening to like the actual creators talk about their piece of art that they won't watch them anyway.
Bring back DVD extras.
I swear to
Damn
God.
it. I slam my fist on the table. Feel like a greedy king. We want DVD extras.
I want to hear artists talk about their projects.
Yeah, I want to hear what they think or what they thought about when they were like writing their art. I think that's cool. Anyway, back to the movie. Hey, do we want to like talk about like James's chapter, the addicts chapter? Because I feel like it was kind of a nothing burger. I feel
I
like
felt like 90% of it really didn't have anything to do with the plot at all. I felt like it
yeah,
wasn't super necessary.
I
Um
agree. It was just like him running around. I'm like, okay.
like this was the point of the movie where I was like, his name showed up on screen. I was like, who the fuck is James?
Yeah, I think I had the same reaction. I remember I think I like paused my movie at one point to go to the bathroom and get like a snack or something. And I remember like seeing his name pop up and I was just like, all right. like
Yeah, here we go.
I like did like the sigh of like before like I like lock in to do like some benign menial task. It's kind of what that chapter felt like.
I felt like we could have just removed James' chapter and just continued on from the end of Paul's where he's chasing James.
Yeah. That was
I'm not sure what that was for, really.
I don't know if like we were supposed to like maybe see from like James' perspective that Paul wasn't that good of a guy, but I feel like we already kind of had that like set up for us,
Yeah, Paul's
you
perspective
know?
did that pretty well. From Paul's
Yeah,
perspective, Paul's a piece of shit.
exactly. So I don't know if we really needed to like kind of paint Paul as not like that good of a guy. I don't think that was
Paul
entirely necessary.
Paul went to work, told his boss, who is his father-in-law, "Hey, I committed police brutality on the clock." His boss gave him a break, then he smacked him on the shoulder and went, "I have to go cheat on your daughter."
Crazy work. Crazy
You
work.
like same day.
That was so insane.
Like didn't even really think twice about it.
I feel like Paul is a chud, like derogatory, not like in the endearing way. He's just a chud.
Paul is a chud. Fuck Paul,
He's a-
man.
Fuck Paul. You know what? A cab includes Paul.
I've been sitting on that for a minute. I was like, do I say ACAB? Do I say fucking
No,
police?
hell yeah. We're saying A
Because
cab.
I'm thinking it, but I'm like, do I say that?
I really like when people do A cab includes like Paw Patrol. I think that's so stupid and funny.
It does though. Like legitimately it does. I could go on like a big rant about like how children's cartoons like idolize the police like for hours. Like we can't do this.
We can hey, we can
ACAB
bring
does
up my
include Paw
my other
Patrol, though.
podcast of mascot horror if we want to just go on a complete derail. But anyway,
Before we started recording, Maddie like sent me like an outline for a podcast about mascot horror.
I did it for a school assignment, okay?
We don't even talk about video games.
Maybe we will. Okay.
Maybe we will.
Yeah, maybe we will.
Maybe we. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows how Satanic Panic will branch out in the future?
Our enterprise, our
enterprise.
empire. But anyway,
Chapter
fuck the James chapter.
Yeah, just fucking James chapter, nothing burger, stupid ass chapter.
Brr, stinky. We're on to the cool stuff. Marcus, who's gay. Yippee!
Yippee! They are so funny.
When they have like, their tray of like 500 million hot dogs.
Their tray of 7 hot dogs, which apparently is a reference to like a skit group that Zach used to be in.
I didn't know that. That's so funny. I was like, damn, they're hungry. They wanted 7 goddamn hot dogs.
Apparently there's like a skit that they did, where it's like a guy talking to his doctor and it's like 7 hot dogs, like 7 hot dogs a day. Is that high? It's a little high.
That's really funny. It's good for you. It's a good solid meal. It's not.
It's a good solid meal. 7 hot dogs and like what was it? Like chips. Like Lay's chips.
Hold on, I want to like take a look at their spread. I'm gonna take a look at the picture.
It's really crazy. It's a really crazy way to eat. I can't really say anything though. I usually like if I'm eating a hot dog, I usually got a couple.
Hey, they have some carrots on the tray, so they're balancing it out a little
Oh,
bit.
okay, 7 hot dogs and some baby carrots.
Hell yeah, brother! That's what I'm talking about. And 4 cookies, so they get 2 cookies.
They have cookies?
Yeah, they got cookies,
Fucking
ruffle chips,
gluttony.
and they have like the French onion dip that you get at parties. And 7 hot dogs.
Okay.
Here, I'll show you. Yummy.
Yeah, that's a little crazy. That's
But
crazy.
yeah, speaking of, I think we talked about like a little bit earlier of like Gladys going quickly from being like someone that you recognize, like being someone like in your family, to like being really actually scary. When like she pulled up at like Marcus's house,
Mhm.
I like immediately I was like,
Ugh.
I like felt uneasy, which is like so cool because she looks so unassuming.
I gotta say, I think I'm too used to people like Aunt Gladys that even when she was on the doorstep and talking about how she ran all the way there, I was like, I've had this interaction.
Yeah,
Like I
is
feel
that
like
true
there
to
are just
life?
like I feel like there's just crazy enough people in my life to where like at that point I still wasn't really perturbed. I was like, no, I know this guy. I know this woman.
I immediately was kind of like, why are you here? But I think I just could just be antisocial.
No, I was
See, in
like,
my mind, I was like, why aren't you talking to them through the Ring doorbell camera? Why are you even opening the door? Don't open the door.
I've had this interaction but the only thing that except like my version of this interaction was more invasive because like I was immediately expecting her to like put her arms out like hands on shoulders and then like push him out of the way to come in. Like that's the interaction I was expecting. Like I
Oh
still wasn't
shit! Damn.
like just like really really like familiar like familial like
Oh, like
that's
oh
I
my
was like
god, let me in! Like
yeah
that
I was
kind
like
of
oh
thing.
my god I'm gonna come in I love your house like that's the interaction that I was expecting so I wasn't weirded out yet but I think that's just because my family are freaks.
I've also had my fair share of like experiences where my family will show up at my house unannounced. So maybe that's why I'm like, why, talk to them through the door. Do not let them in your
Yeah,
house.
right.
I feel like I think this is like that one scene. I think it's from like a National Lampoon movie where I'm like, I'm talking to you from the top of my couch. I'm like, who goes there? What do you want? That's me. But you know what? She didn't even comment on their hot dogs. Did she comment on the hot dogs? I don't
I don't
remember.
think she did. No,
She was not interested in those hot dogs.
she didn't care. That's not what she was there for.
Yeah. Oh, she like comes in and like she's immediately. Oh, that was a funny thing too, because like she's asking for like the different like parts of her ritual, right?
Yeah,
Where she's like, "Can I have like a bowl of water?" I just don't
yeah,
like it in a glass anymore. And like you're like a little uneasy, but you don't assume that that's gonna be part of like her
yeah. Again, I was just
ritual.
like, it was another thing where I was just like, yeah, okay.
Sure, whatever.
Hey, Gladys is weird. Just like get her the bowl.
If she wants to laugh out of it like a dog, just let her.
We again like I feel like it's so difficult for me again because she has that like weird aunt energy and that is so
Yeah.
disarming especially to me specifically because we had like a lot of weird family friends that we would call like aunt whatever who weren't
Mhm.
actually related to us.
Yes, I have a couple of those too.
And like I had some weird ones. Like I had like an aunt something that would like howl outside at the moon. So it's just like these people are
Oh.
not weird to me. I'm like whatever.
You're like, this is just family. Like,
Yeah,
this
I was like, dude, that's Aunt Gladys. Let her in and get her a bowl of water.
that's very normal. She
She's
asked
thirsty.
politely. That's so funny.
So I'm like, I feel like an extra level of kinship to these weird people.
So, because of that, did this like movie disarm you like a little?
Yeah,
Did it
it
like
did.
freak
It
you out more?
totally did.
That's
I
so
was like,
funny.
it was like a kind of an extra level of like uncanny for me specifically, I think.
That's so funny. You're like, oh no. Is that why she was howling at the moon? It's like, is this what was happening?
No, it was just like a weird, like eclectic woman with a lot of odd knickknacks. I'm like, I went to her house on the weekends.
You know what? From what you're saying, like or describing her as, she sounds like really cozy or like really comforting. So like,
Yeah,
you know,
it wasn't a
I
bad experience. These women are typically very nice.
I want to go hang. Like that sounds like a fun time. Um, but then, oh, what do you think about like her like actual like ritual in itself?
It's bizarre.
It's so
It's so
weird, right?
weird. I I how do I explain this? I feel like it's a little bit like a little textbook witchcrafty though, like the lock of hair, like a thing that they own type of thing.
Yeah, I
I'm not
agree.
super sure what they were pulling from for that.
I don't know either, but I thought like I think you're right though. Like it kind of seems a little like derivative of regular witchcraft stuff.
Which is fine. Not everything has to be like this crazy like I'm okay with like just a textbook witch. We haven't had
Mhm.
one of those in a while. Everything has to be like some crazy like diversion of something else.
Yeah, it's okay to like go back to basics a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
I think it was cool because it like the snapping of like the branches and stuff worked like in a different way than I expected. Also, it was so funny to like watch Gladys like throw like gasoline on the fire when she like had like Marcus underneath her control and just like let him like beat the shit out of his husband and then just like walked out of the house like she didn't care.
Yeah.
But like it's kind of funny like when you look back at it, like I feel like if you're gonna like really cinema sins it right, you could be like, oh, she like left her like fingerprints on like the bowl and like left her like everything everywhere so she could be easily traced. But I don't
But
know. I
nobody
feel like
knows Aunt Gladys exists.
that's true.
And also, who the fuck is going to think that this is what's going on?
Yeah, yeah. I feel
Her fingerprints were on the bowl. Yeah, where his head was bashed in with what looks to be another person's skull. Like with a rock, and I don't see any rocks around, so I don't think it was the bowl.
but the way that she like just immediately like wraps up shop and it's just like just leave. I thought
Yeah,
it was like so kind of funny.
I
She's
really
like, all
liked
right,
just seeing Marcus's head go up and down in the background
yes,
while she was just
like
cleaning shit up.
just like the matey thud in the background. She's just like, "Hmm,
And it's so quiet.
yeah.
It's not funny, but it is.
Oh, it totally is. Um, but yeah, having like him Marcus like run around like dead chasing after people was like kind of it's kind of scary.
It is. It was really scary.
Like unrelenting and like how he like was like chasing. I think didn't he chase went after Justine and then like
Yeah.
she went underneath the car and like he followed under her underneath. That was some scary shit.
Because could you imagine that happening? That's fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
That like relentless pursuit is so scary because like what do you do?
Especially because it was like he was able to find her so quick. So obviously, like whatever like weird like magic shit Aunt Gladys is doing, like he's honing in on. There's nowhere that she could go until he died.
Yeah.
That's fucking
Like
scary.
he's so persistent. It is so scary. I think that's like kind of like the it plays on like another animalistic fear, right? Of like the fear of being like chased.
Yeah, for
Mhm.
sure.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
trying to think of anything else of interest that happens after that.
You really don't want to talk about Alex.
Because it was so sad.
It's really sad.
But then I guess now we gotta.
Yep.
So the final chapter of the movie follows Alex, who was like the
Mm-hmm.
last kid who did not vanish from his class, and it kind of like goes through how he Gladys enters his home and It's so funny how that, like, it plays out because, like, his dad is, like, talking to him, and you, like, see, like, Alex has a routine with his dad where his dad, like, always picks him up at the same time. Seems like they have, like, a really, like, close-knit relationship as a family,
Mhm.
and then you, like, see, like, the dad, like, talking or, like, kind of suggesting the idea that Aunt Gladys kind of comes over. I thought it
Yeah.
was such a real and true, like, family moment where it's like, "How long is she gonna stay? Does she have to?" I thought that, like I feel like everybody's had that moment where, like, they've had, like, a family member come over and they're like, "Oh," and you're 8 and you don't want this weird person in your house.
Yeah, because 'cause you're like, "I don't know this person. They said that they helped me when I was a baby. I don't fucking remember that. I was a baby."
Y Yeah, I don't know you. You're I don't remember you at all. You're just weird.
It's a strange person that's in my house.
But it's interesting watching Gladys kind of take over kind of like in, like, a parasitic way, where she, like, kind of, like, starts extending, like, her tendrils into the house and, like, corrupting
I
it.
I, like, rip open my shirt. There were so many mentions of parasites in this movie. There was, like, 5 different mentions of parasites in the movie,
Yeah.
and it's really cool that they kept, like, bringing it back to that because it was on the board in Justine's classroom, and it was playing on the TV with
Yes.
Marcus and his husband.
Mhm.
I ripped my shirt off. Ah!
See, that's, like, a really cool, like, way like, that was, like, a really subtle way of bringing that idea up because it's, like, it persisted through the whole movie, but it wasn't, like, in your face about it. I think that was, like, a
Yeah.
really cool way to suggest that idea of what was happening.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. I totally agree. Because I was sitting there the whole time, I was like, "Where does the parasite come?" Because I kept seeing it, I was like, "This has to be on purpose. What is the parasite?" And I was like, "She's the parasite."
It's her. Zoinks!
Very surprised to find out that Aunt Gladys is actually related to Alex, though.
Oh, you thought that she was just, like, a random la
I didn't know who she was. I was like, I was really not expecting her story to be the truth.
That would've been funny if, like, she just, like, blew into town and just, like, took over the house.
That's kind of
But,
what I
like
thought happened.
and I think that's kind of what did kind of happen, but, like, I guess, like, they're, like, very, like, estranged. I don't remember if,
Yeah.
like, they said it was, like, who, like, had, like, the relation, like, what if it was, like, the dad or if it was, like, the dad's sister or the mom's. I don't really remember,
It
to be
was the
honest.
mom's great aunt.
Oh, got it. Um, but I feel like it was so the last chapter really, like, tugged, I feel like, on heartstrings of, like, I guess, being empathetic and, like, imagining being 8 and, like, having to care for your having to care for your parents, feeding
Yeah.
them, like, soup cold soup every
You have to
day
feed them
because
soup.
Gladys, like, corrupts or, like, takes over the mind or, like, uses their like I don't think that's really explained, is it? Like
No. I think it's, like, supposed to be, like, kind of like an Elizabeth Bathory sort of thing where she's, like,
mm,
maybe using them for vitality or to make herself
yeah.
feel better, like, to, like, slow the sickness or I don't know, because it didn't really seem like she was getting younger per se, but she got more spry.
Yeah, and I think that was why she, like, took the kids. I don't think that was really explained much either, other than
No,
did
not really.
she hmm, but she has, like, Alex's parents just, like, sitting, like, rigidly, kinda like what I was start of the podcast or the
Yeah.
episode, um, and at one point, um, Gladys is like, "Alright, Alex, you better, like, get in line and behave or I'm gonna make your parents themselves," and, like, that scene where they're, like, stabbing, like,
Oh,
themselves in the, like, face with the fork, I was like, "Ugh."
yeah, that's bad. That's hard to watch.
But, like, they did it, like, in such, like, a it was so interesting watching them, like, flat face, like, unreactive, unresponding, like, as they, like, repeatedly do that, and, like, poor Alex trying to, like, fight them back.
Yeah.
I felt so bad, and, like, watching him, like, try to continue 'cause I don't even know, like, how long that went on for. where he was like taking care of his own parents,
I think it was like a
going to
month.
school. Was
I
it a
think it,
month?
I think it was like a month.
Oh,
Yeah, that's rough.
this felt so bad.
Poor kid.
I'm trying to think if there are like, is that like a common horror trope, do you think, of like something bad befalling a kid and they have to like be the ones to solve it? I feel like that's like a
Oh,
thing.
all the time. It's what happened with Child's Play. Like nobody, like nobody believed the kid that Chucky was alive and trying to hurt him. It happens all the time in horror. It's always like it befalls the. It's usually like some commentary on like how it befalls the children to be like the bearers of knowledge because adults don't take them seriously or adults don't listen to
Mm,
them or the systems
mhm.
like regularly fail children.
Which I guess like in this movie is like another commentary in and of itself.
Yeah.
Um, but then I feel like it gets weird.
Yeah. Just now.
Gladys, like, yeah, just now it gets weird. It gets weirder. Yes, I feel like when we were talking about, I think you mentioned like Gladys was like doing like a regular like or stereotypical like witchery stuff.
Yeah.
There's like the scene right where she like goes back into the master bedroom and like she like lines like the door with like salt,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, Alex, do not cross this line.
Do not fucking go in my room.
Do not enter my quarters. And Alex is like,
Okay.
but I don't think we talked about how Paul gets like sucked into, I forgot. I don't think we touched on that.
No, we
That like
didn't.
Paul gets like sucked into the house.
Yeah.
He like tries to enter Alex's house to like try to investigate.
Mm-hmm.
Um
Because the drug addict was like, hey, like the kids are in there. I want the reward money. Also, please stop beating me.
So I guess that was like the one purpose that,
Which could
that
have
James's
just been
chapter.
done from Paul's perspective. We didn't need the James
Yeah.
chapter.
Yeah. Really do think that like the James chapter could have just been cut.
I don't like it. It got dragged. It dragged.
It did. It really did drag. Um so it was kind of like it was interesting towards the end of the movie seeing like how everybody or all like the lines or the different chapters kind of like wrapped up in like a bow together, because we had like the conclusion of Archer finding the basement with like his son and all like the kids just like standing like mannequins.
Yeah, right.
I think if I recall correctly, IIRC didn't like wasn't that included in like in his dream, or did he, I forget how that had happened exactly, and where like he stumbled upon that, or like did he like have like a was that in his dream where he like saw them all standing up like that? I think
James
it was.
James saw that in reality. I don't remember that being a dream for anybody. I could be wrong though.
Yes. I think you're right that like James saw that and he was like, "What the fuck?" And that, oh yeah, and that's why he goes back to Paul. It's like, "Hey, I think certain."
Yeah, because he at first he tries to like call to get the reward money, and they're like, "You're full of shit," and he's like, "Oh, okay."
Mhm.
And then he goes to the police station to file the report, and then Paul is there because he works there.
Yeah.
And Paul
he's
thinks
like,
that he's there to report the fact that he did
Yep.
police brutality,
And then like chases him.
and then
Hey, motherfucker!
enacts
Like,
more police brutality in retaliation.
he's so stupid.
I fucking hate Paul.
I like Alex in this movie, and that's pretty much
Yeah,
it.
like Alex is good. Marcus is solid. He like that wasn't his fault. He got possessed.
Yeah, and he seems like a good like a rational and good principal. I would,
Like,
if I went to like his school or my kids were going to his school, I would be like, he's okay.
yeah, because like he seems like both concerned for Alex and for his staff.
Yeah. That's true, because I think he was like trying to protect Justine too and be like, "Hey man, this doesn't look good."
This doesn't look
You're
good. It's not appropriate. You're
Yeah.
not thinking about Alex right now. You're thinking about what will make you feel better. And he's like, you just need to lay off.
The girl, take a break. Which I think is like the correct, like the correct guidance to give in that moment.
Yeah,
Like,
because logistically, I think everybody, like the school knows. I think a lot of the parents know, but they're just angry and they want answers. Like,
yeah,
that just seems not the reason it happened. There's no
right.
logical jump to assume that Justine's the reason it happened.
Unless you're Archer and you just want to
Unless you're an
punish
emotional,
somebody.
yeah, you're an emotional parent and you want someone to blame.
Yeah. Thanks, Archer.
Yeah, thanks, Archer.
um, but my favorite part of the whole movie, we're coming up to it. The final clash, the final fight, right? And
Mm-hmm.
if I'm missing something, feel free to like bring it up.
Yeah.
Um, I love so we we see like the main like tussle at towards the end, right? Of Gladys, like I think like briefly possesses Archer, and
Mm-hmm.
Archer and Justine are fighting in the kitchen. Um, Paul's also fighting. That like everything's going crazy
Yeah.
until Justine, I think, or is it who ends up reversing it to where was it Alex that reverses it to where everyone like all the kids like chase after Gladys?
It is Alex. I want to mention one thing before this
Yeah.
because I think it is the funniest part of, like, not the funniest, but one of the funnier parts of that sequence leading up to the Gladys thing.
Hmm.
He was fucking throwing James around, dude.
Yeah.
He throws that fucker like 4 times.
Deserved.
He's tossing that scrawny boy around.
It was awesome.
It was so funny.
Like, that was for having the worst chapter in the movie, bitch.
Yeah, right?
Just your
Another,
penance.
another. From the top rope, she's giving him the chair.
Give him the chair. But my favorite scene in the whole entire movie is like when they start chasing Gladys.
Yeah.
I thought that shit was so funny, and I feel like that's so interesting for like a horror. Of like a thriller movie. I don't even know what you would like quantify this movie to be,
I
but
could go into a whole rant about the thriller horror thing.
well, go on. The
Okay,
stage is yours.
so I was reading about this recently because I have a book about horror literature leading up from like the 60s through the 70s into the 80s.
Mhm. Yeah.
And how like old gothic literature, like the quintessential like woman with a scary like castle in the background type of gothic literature. And
Yeah.
gothic literature, like gothic is kind of in like a squares and rectangles type of situation where everything gothic is
Mhm.
horror but not all horror is gothic,
Makes
because
sense. Yeah.
all horror stems from gothic literature.
Mhm.
And they would brand gothic novels as thriller because horror was like a dirty word in the publishing world, and horror didn't sell but thrillers did.
Uh
Okay, that's my rant. Sorry.
no, that's interesting.
I was reading
that's
that
cool.
recently. And I thought that was really interesting because like those two words get thrown around a lot.
Sorry, I didn't I didn't mean to trigger that. I'm sorry. I should qualify better. I'm playing. But that last scene, like it's so interesting to me having something so funny like be like the fine like the finale of like the horror movie where you see Alex reverses the spell on Gladys, which makes all like the kids like follow her,
Mm-hmm.
and you see like the camera like pan in on Gladys's face, and she just basically goes, oh shit.
Yeah.
And having like I just really love when like you see like Gladys like run by, and you hear like her like muffled screaming from like different houses, and like you see like this like horde of angry children screaming after her, and there's like a shot afterwards where like someone's like outside like mowing their lawn and like you see like them off in
Yeah.
distance. Like Gladys running by and then like the horde of children following thereafter. So fucking funny. I loved it so much. I remember I like showed it to like Rigel afterwards because like I kept on thinking about it. Like it was so perfect. Um Even like though I think like the end, like where they like tear her apart, like
Okay, killer.
fucking kill her. I like that part. It's so funny how that was like a slap in the face reminder of like, hey, remember what genre of movie? By
Yeah,
the way,
right. I
but what did
really
you think about it?
I really like the stock like children like squealing in happiness at tearing her apart. I really like because that really did sound like a stock sound.
I didn't pick up on that, but yeah, I think you're right.
I
I think
don't know
that
that
makes
it
it
was a stock sound or anything like that, but it sounded like one.
like they're just like playing at recess and like
They're like, yay!
yay, like rip off her arm and leg.
Yeah. It was really funny. And god damn she can move.
Yeah, like she. I really love how like she was being like chased around, and I guess like that energy that she got from those kids worked because like didn't she like she was like frail as hell like towards
Yeah.
like the beginning of the movie, so I guess she got the life force she needed.
She was like
But
jumping over shit.
yeah, it was funny how they had like police like cam footage
No, that's exactly what I was thinking of. I was exactly what I was thinking of. It was like a
like when
late
she's being
night cop
chased.
show footage.
Get down on the ground, ma'am. um but like I really love there's something so funny to me. Like, she could have played that Aunt Gladys could have played that, like, so straight, or, like, she could have, like, done, like, the typical, like, horror thing where she's like, "Ah!" Like, regular, like, normal screaming, but, like, her, like, arms flailing around,
Ah!
"Ah!" Like, tossing her head from side to side. It was so funny. I loved it so
It's
much.
so good, and it's so good for her character too.
Yes, because you're right, it's totally something with, like, within, like, the bounds of her character that makes total sense.
It's so fucking funny. Oh
And
my
then I'm trying to
god.
think. I for that ending, like, really, like, stuck out to me, and I think that's why I really wanted to I really wanted to talk about this movie because I just that last scene was so
Is
impactful.
the last scene of the movie why you picked weapons?
I just really liked it. I really thought that it was so, like, cool how it, like, juxtaposed, like, being, like, scary with being, like, silly.
Yeah,
I
for
thought it, like,
sure.
it wrapped up everything so nicely. Like, I don't know, it really stuck out in my head as something really different. I liked it a lot.
I think that I think tonally Weapons was really good for 2025.
Mhm.
Um I'm noticing that like campy horror is doing really good in the recent yeah, and I think it's just because like I think campy horror is doing well now for the same reason that something like The Thing did horribly when it came out. It's just
Hmm.
you need like we're in such a stressful, tumultuous time right now where
Uh,
you have to be a little campy. You have to be there
yeah.
has to be lightness somewhere cuz like people do
Brevity,
not
yeah.
want to go watch a bummer movie right now.
Yeah,
A-
no, we have enough of that in our daily lives.
And The Thing is one of my top 5 movies of all time. I love The Thing. It is a fucking bummer movie.
I've never seen it.
It's it it's
I
good.
looked down at the floor.
It's just tonally not very fun.
Is that on our list to talk about? I forget.
I don't think it is.
I was like, "Oh, I gonna have to, like, watch it for real now." But I
No,
guess
I
I
don't think
should.
it is. I think you should watch it anyway, but
It's on my list. Not the list for us, but on another list.
I'm trying to think of like another movie that's just like not because it's fun to watch, but it just makes you like people don't want to watch stuff that makes them sad right now.
Yeah. It kinda makes me wonder, with there was, like, another movie I think that came out last year in 2025 that, like, got really popular on social media, and I wonder if like something similar happened in that movie. Longlegs? Did you end up watching
I,
that
I,
last year?
I didn't end up watching Longlegs. I was really
Me
bad with
neither.
movies last year.
It's okay. I was bad with like new movie releases too. It's like it's hard to get out. I want to go to the movie theater more.
I do
I like
too.
I
I
miss
set
it.
up an account with my local theater to like try and
Ah,
incentivize myself to go more.
hell yeah, nice.
I have 2 tickets that I need to buy. I am using those tickets to buy Iron Lung though. That is what I'm gonna
I
use
was gonna
that
say
money for.
it's for Iron Lung, right? We got a Markiplier.
Markiplier.
I gotta buy mine.
I should buy those now actually, so they don't sell out.
um, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that happens like at the very that chase scene just like really
It's really
it
show
really
stealing.
it is. Trying to think of I think that's what the movie ends off on, right?
It ends off on like Archer gets his son,
That's very
which was
important. That's true.
really, I was super 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 scared he wasn't gonna get his son back. I was really scared
Yeah.
that Justine was gonna like shoot him or something. I was scared that something was gonna happen, but I'm really really
Yeah.
glad that he gets his son back. I was really rooting for him to get a son.
Also, I guess Alex ends up moving in with a different aunt.
Yeah, like so which like I like that the narration like specifies like she's nice.
Don't worry, she's chill. Do you think that like probably messed with Alex a little bit though?
Oh, Alex
Like
is fucked
moving
forever.
in. Oh no, yeah, he's a lost cause.
Yeah, that kid's carrying this for the rest of his life.
Oh, poor Alex. Um, and then oh yeah, I forget about this because like a lot of them they didn't talk afterwards, right? Like
Yeah,
they were like
right?
effectively like mute, which is so funny that they were all able to scream during the chase scene, but then they weren't really able to like talk.
I wonder if
Like,
it's I almost wonder if it's a like a trauma thing or if
mm,
it's because like the way that the control was broken, it wasn't like they weren't released properly, but like they also the narration at the end
oh,
also says that like some of them start talking again
yeah,
like a year or so later. So it might have just
feel
been a
like it
trauma thing. They did like
might
kill
have.
a person with their hands.
That is true. I wonder, like, if your kid like ripped apart a lady, how would you approach that? Like, would you be like, "Alright, it's fine," or I don't even know what I would do.
I think I pray that they suppress it. I think I pray
Hey,
that they
don't
don't
think about that.
remember. Because sometimes not remembering is better.
That is true. Yeah.
So I think I pray that like in a year or so they start acting normal and then we don't address it. Because the last thing I need is a fucking therapist digging that shit up.
Oh my god. Yeah, when I was 8 years old, I ripped my, like it was my weird neighbor, like, apart limb from limb,
It's like, oh
and then and your therapist or their therapist, like, leans forward, like, "Really? Tell me more about that."
yeah, I don't
I
think
didn't
I don't think we see that therapist again.
Uh, this is a movie that I kind of wish that I saw in theater.
I do
I
too.
like
I really wanted to.
Yeah, me too. I watched it at home, which was fun, but I really think that the experience probably would have been heightened if I were to see it, like, in an actual movie theater.
Yeah. I think that about pretty much all movies though. Like I love the
Yeah,
experience of watching stuff in the theater.
me too. It adds something to it, definitely.
Mhm.
Though, it's funny, kind of, like, similar to that, though, I do think that there are, like, some movies, like, it's not worth it to go to the movie theater for that specific movie. I can't really think of a good example off the top of my head, though.
I felt that way about the newest I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah.
I went to go see
It's
that in theaters and I thought that movie really sucked.
oh, You're like, I could have stayed home for this. This is
I could have, like,
stupid.
I don't need these universal picture ride effects in my face at the movie theater.
Whoa, whoa. The chair is moving.
I half expected compressed air to hit me in the face. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like,
Oh,
this is corny.
you're at like the Bugs Life like the movie theater. And then a wasp stung me in the ass. It was so scary.
I saw someone on Letterboxd call I Know What You Did Last Summer, the one that came out like last year, like a
Mhm.
perfect movie, and it made me physically angry.
Ugh. No. But what do you think about Weapons? Do you think it was a perfect movie? What movie, like, if you had to rate it, what would you rate it?
Um. Okay, so I think it just kind of drags on a little bit too much for me to say that I want to see it again. I think
That's
it was
fair.
fun. I think I'd give it like a 3 stars, 3 out of 5.
Okay, I was like, damn, 3 out of 10. Holy shit.
No, like out of 5, out of 5, out of 5.
I agree. I think it would be like a 3.5 or something around there. It was really fun, but
It was
I think,
super
like you
fun.
said, I don't know if I'd watch it again.
I
I,
think that if there's like, if I have to justify my rewatch by being like, I would skip this part, I
yeah,
can't rate it super high.
that's fair. I agree with that.
Because that means I wouldn't want to see it in theaters again, because I can't skip
Hmm.
it.
Yeah.
And there's just a part of the movie that I found so boring or disliked to such an extent that I just don't care for it.
I think during trying to the James part, I kind of remember I like checked my phone and like I like caught myself like accidentally scrolling, and I'm like, I feel like that's not
That's pretty telling, yeah.
that's not a good sign. I think I can't keep my attention. Um, but yeah, I think it was a fun. It was definitely a fun summertime movie. Like I think it came out like at a
Mm-hmm.
good like it came out at a good time. It was a good time, and I'm happy we were able to talk about it because I was wanting to talk about the final chase scene with you.
It's really good. I also genuinely really liked the camera work. I thought that the
Yeah.
camera work was very good. I really
Mhm.
liked how some shots were like it had like a very found footage feel at certain points where it was like
Yeah.
GoPro cam or like the wide shots, like
Mhm.
that almost looked like security footage and stuff. Like it was really good. It was really
It, like
cool.
it definitely, like, played a lot with, like, those different camera angles, which I feel like made it more interesting.
Mhm.
Um, but I feel like kind of like what you were saying about the, found footage style, I feel like sometimes with that kind of style of movie, the, like, shaky cam can, like, be, like, a little nauseating for me because it can be, like, too shaky, but I feel like
Yeah.
in this movie, it didn't really do that to me, or I didn't really feel like that same, like, someone's grabbing my head and, like, shaking me. You know
Yeah,
what I
I
mean?
think so. Because it wasn't like straight like found footage, but it was like there was definitely scenes where it was like I, it. I especially I keep thinking about that, like the door opening and the mom stumbling out with the scissors.
Yeah.
Just like the little bit of graininess that footage had makes it
Mhm.
so like unnerving.
I wonder if this was, like, filmed on, like, actual it's nice.
I don't know. I don't know.
Um, I wanna Google, tell me. Oh, no, I opened up a page of my insurance, that's not what I want. I don't care about my deductible right now. Was it shot on film? See. Oh, it was shot digitally, but,
Mm.
like, it still looked really nice.
Yeah, it was really good.
Hmm,
Well, everyone, that concludes this episode of Satanic Panic. Uh, Next week,
yay.
don't panic, we'll be talking about Willy's Wonderland, which should be super exciting.
I can't wait.
It's going to be a lot of fun. But thank you for hanging out with us, and we will see you next time, all right?
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.